What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I am taking a look at a family PC that is hella old. And I don't say hella too often, so you know it's old. It's actually my aunt and uncle's family rig. It's an HP Pavilion, let's see, A335W. Look at that, Windows XP. Holy moly, it's actually been in their household for about 10 years or so, maybe even more. It's a really old system, and actually it was a little bit dustier than you see it now, because I went in and already cleaned out the heatsink. It looked like it couldn't even breathe on the CPU cooler there. So this is a really old system. If you want some basic specs, I only have basic specs. The CPU is an Intel Pentium 4. It's a single core, 2.5 gigahertz with 1 gig of system memory. Look at this. They got two different DIMMs in here. Two different, I think the one on the left with the heatsink is like a super talent stick, and then there's just a basic PCB one on the right. Those are each 512 megabytes DDR2, giving us a total of 1 gig of system memory. Woo-wee! And you know, they are just using discrete graphics. There's no, integrated graphics. There's no discrete GPU. We're gonna do a couple things today. First off, we're gonna try to boot into Windows, because according to my aunt, they've been having a hard time even getting into Windows. So I think that they probably haven't been using this for the last like couple years maybe. So we're gonna see if we can get into Windows first off, and then second, if we can do that, I'm gonna try to clear out, sort of give it a software detox, if you will, where I sort of remove, you know, all the malware or any sort of malicious programs or applications or files that may have accumulated or found their way onto this system in the last 10 years or so. And then finally, the third objective for today is gonna be to see if this system is actually usable. After we clean it all out, after we boot into Windows, after we give it a nice little scrub down, is it still usable for day-to-day tasking? I'm just talking about basic stuff here. Browsing the web, watching videos on YouTube, pretty much the only things that my aunt and uncle and their kids are probably gonna use this for at any given time. But is it enough? Is a single core CPU that's, you know, dated back almost 10 years now, with 1 gig of system memory, is it enough? We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. But I think the first thing we should do is try to turn the damn thing on. We've got our power cord. Let's go ahead and plug it in here. And the system just turns on by itself, and then it turns off. Okay, let's try the power button, which is already kind of recessed in an odd way, but see if that, okay, that works. System's on. Looking good. Oh, wait. It just turned off again. It just turned off again. What's happening? So truth be told, I was actually playing around with this system a little bit before I started recording the video, and I found out that the reason why the system just keeps auto shutting down and even auto powering on is because there's probably a short with the front panel connectors here. As soon as you take this out, take that out, go ahead and power it on the old-fashioned way with the screwdriver here. All right, it's powered on, and if all goes well, oh, geez. Oh, look at that. We got a splash screen. Look, we just booted into Windows. Woohoo! Let me plug in a keyboard really quick. Funny story, I didn't even have a VGA cable on hand, so I had to run to Best Buy and buy one of these. This is like $18. Friggin' ripoff. All right, so we're in the operating system here. That's our objective 1 is already complete. So first off, I just changed the resolution to 1920 by 1080, something that would not hurt my eyes quite as much. We've already got some juicy stuff here, like game channel, music for games, PC accessory offers, music match, jukebox, easy internet sign up. Where do I download that program? Sounds like a winner. Look at this, look at the tray icons. Oh yeah. Opening up the task manager. We're actually not too bad on the CPU usage. Fluctuating between anywhere from, you know, 4 to maybe 15% or so. It's actually not bad. Memory, however, it looks like we're eating almost half of our memory, which is not that great, but I'm pretty confident that once we get rid of, let's see all the processes here. Damn, son! Now look at that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so good. So before we start clearing out programs and all that, let's first see what we're working with here. Let's take this for a spin. We're gonna open up Firefox. See, even my aunt and uncle know that Internet Explorer sucks. So good on them for that. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading. My internet's not very slow at all. So any kind of slowdowns you see right now is probably the CPU or memory or both. Doesn't look like this page is loading at all. So let's just go to, let's see if Google, let's go to Google first. It's a good kicking off point, all right? And let's do YouTube Bitwit. So far, I mean, at least the mouse isn't chugging along. The web pages are loading pretty slowly though. Let's go ahead and open up task manager and see what that, oh, look at that. 100% CPU usage. Holy moly. Is it just gonna stay there at 100? Memory is, we're rocking almost 800, around 800 megabytes right now. And actually the system really only has about 750 to 800 megabytes of available memory because of the page file, I believe. We've now loaded my YouTube channel. There's a video that's trying its hardest to play, and it's just not, it's not very watchable at all. This is not good. So what we're going to try to do now is, let's see if we can even like, oh, this is sluggish. This is what happens when I try dragging the window left and right like crazy. Just, there's a bit of lag there, to say the least. So what we're going to do now is, I'm going to try to get rid of all these processes, all of these guys, uninstall all the unwanted programs, make sure that there's nothing on our startup that is unwanted, and then we're going to try browsing the web again to see if the results are any different. We'll also be looking at the performance the second time around to see if any of our system resources have been freed up after we get rid of all of this crap. All right, I'm also going to try to give the system a good defragging, which sounds much dirtier when I say it out loud, but don't go anywhere. I will be right back with hopefully some good results. All right, ladies and jelly beans, so I'm not fully done yet. This is a little bit of an intermission here, but I finished wiping out pretty much all the crap programs. Well, I guess there's still a few HP bloatware apps that I can get rid of, but for the most part, this is all we got here. It's not an extensive list of apps, but I probably deleted over 30 different programs just now, and pretty much cut down a lot of the system resources. If we go over here to performance, also disabling like at least a dozen applications from startup helped a lot. So the CPU usage is still kind of all over the place, but for the most part, it's looking pretty good right now when we're just idling. Memory usage is down to around 300 megabytes. I also decreased the size of the page file just to give us a little bit more wiggle room for our RAM there. So now I'm gonna run CCleaner. CCleaner is something I just installed right now, and it kind of helps you clear out all of those residual registry files that are just eating up space and can sometimes bog the system down. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it. Okie dokie. All right, cleaning complete. We got rid of about 1.2 gigs of datas. All right, not bad. We're gonna go ahead and run the next thing now, which is PC Decrapifier, another great tool that I like to use when cleaning out systems, especially old ones like this one. I should probably install it first though. All right, so I have done what I think is a good job of cleaning the system out. You can see here we are idling right now, 0 CPU usage. I'm pretty proud of that, getting it down to 0. Memory is again at 300 megabytes or so. And then if you look at the processes, we've cut these down quite a bit. There's still probably some stuff on here that we could eliminate, but for the most part, this is what I could do for now. Let's do a browser test. Browser test take 2. Fire up some Firefox. See, let's watch it load. Still takes a while to load the home page. There it is. Clicking, loading. All right. It's still pretty slow, you know, slow to load web pages that have lots of images or icons. You can see they just popped up there. And a moment of truth, let's see if the video will play back any more smoothly than it was before. Looks like Fractal Josh is a little stuck. So is Pikachu Kyle. I feel like it's definitely better than it was, but it's not ideal. And overall, I would say that this is not a workable system. So I think even despite everything we did, when you have a system that's more than 10 years old, it's probably not going to be worth your time, effort, or money to repair it. And you're probably better off just building a new one. So maybe that'll be a follow-up to this video. Honestly, I was planning to clean this all out and make it look all nice and pretty, but only if we got the system to work reasonably, which it is clearly not. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, folks. Hopefully you guys aren't too disappointed that this wasn't a happier ending, but again, like I said, maybe we'll do a part 2. I know my aunt and uncle did express some interest in potentially having me build them a new system, so that could be something that we do soon. But let me know in the comments if there's anyone in your own family who still uses an ancient computer and is in dire need of an upgrade. Would love to hear all of those stories. Otherwise, toss me a like on the video if you enjoyed it. You can also check out Bitwit Ultra, my ad-free early access channel, for $1.50 a month. The first 2 weeks are completely free and you can back out any friggin' time. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Kyle with Bitwit. Have a good one. I love y'all, and I'll see ya in the next video.